Stop. Before you eat your next meal, watch this first. There's a number that matters way more than your age. It's not on your driver's license. Your doctor probably hasn't told you about it. And right now today, it's either going up or going down depending on what you eat. It's called your biological age. And here's the part that stopped me cold when I first read the research. A team of scientists recently reversed it by over 3 years in just 8 weeks. No drugs, no surgery, just three specific foods. I'm going to tell you exactly what those three foods are. But first, the thing most people completely misunderstand about how aging actually works. Stick with me for the next 60 seconds, because once you understand the difference between your chronological age and your biological age, you're going to see your diet completely differently. So here's something that most people don't realize. You have two ages. So your chronological age is just the number of birthdays you've had. That's fixed. You can't change it. But your biological age, the actual age of your cells, your DNA, your organs, that one moves. And science can now measure it with extraordinary precision using something called an epigenetic clock. Here's why this matters more than anything on your annual blood work. Biological age predicts disease risk and mortality far more accurately than chronological age. Picture two people sitting next to each other in a waiting room. Both are 55. One has a biological age of 47. One has a biological age of 68. Same birthday. Completely different bodies. One is aging beautifully. The other is in accelerated decline and probably doesn't know it yet. The extraordinary news, the biggest drivers of biological age are modifiable. And diet is one of the most powerful levers you have. Which brings me to those three foods. Number 3 on this list is the one that surprises people the most. So I'm starting with 1 and 2, and saving the best for last. Stay with me. The Health Gut Research Institute ran a randomized controlled trial, real humans, controlled conditions, and one of the centerpieces was dark leafy greens. Kale, spinach, arugula, collard greens, every single day. Here's the mechanism, and this is cool. These greens are loaded with folate, which drives something called DNA methylation. That's the epigenetic process that essentially tells your genes to stay in a younger expression pattern. It's like updating the software on old hardware. The trial used just 1 to 1.5 cups per day. That's a handful. That's spinach in your eggs in the morning. That's arugula under your salmon at dinner. So not a dramatic lifestyle overhaul, a small, consistent addition. And at 8 weeks, biological age markers had moved measurably in the right direction. Food number 2 has something to do with the actual caps on your DNA. And when they shorten, you age faster. Here's how to slow that down. Your DNA strands have protective caps on the ends, called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips on a shoelace. Every time your cells divide, those caps get a little shorter. When they get too short, the cell can no longer divide properly. And that's cellular aging in action. A landmark study published in JAMA Internal Medicine tracked 608 patients for 5 years and found that people with higher omega-3 levels, specifically EPA and DHA, from fatty fish experience significantly slower telomere shortening over that entire period. The target, just 2 servings per week of salmon, mackerel, sardines, or herring. If your plant-based, algae-based omega-3 supplements deliver the same EPA and DHA, because that's where fish get it from in the first place. 2 dinners a week, that's the ask. And your DNA caps will thank you. Okay, here's the one I promised you'd be surprised by. Food number 3 works through a mechanism called senolytic activity, and it targets something researchers call zombie cells. If you haven't heard of this, you need to. Stay right there. Zombie cells. That's actually what longevity researchers call them. Here's what happens. As you age, some cells stop dividing, but they don't die. They just sit there, releasing a constant stream of inflammatory signals that damage the healthy cells around them, like a rotten apple in a barrel. These are called senescent cells. And clearing them is one of the hottest frontiers in anti-aging science right now. Pharmaceutical companies are spending billions trying to develop drugs called senolytics that remove them. But here's what's remarkable. Polyphenols, the compounds concentrated in blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and raspberries, have shown in both human and animal studies a meaningful reduction in these senescent cells. Your grocery store. Berries are doing something that billion-dollar drug programs are trying to replicate in a lab. The practical target? 1 cup of mixed berries daily. Throw them in your yogurt. Eat them as your afternoon snack. Blend them into a smoothie, 1 cup, every day. Before I show you exactly how to stack these three together without changing your entire diet, I want to give you the one measurement tool that'll let you actually track whether this is working. Don't skip this part. Here's the stack, and I want you to notice how simple this is. Dark greens at lunch, a handful of spinach or arugula in a salad, under your protein, mixed into rice. It doesn't matter, just there every day. Berries in the afternoon, use 3 p.m. snack. A cup of mixed frozen berries, thawed, or fresh blueberries or strawberries. Done fatty fish twice a week at dinner. Salmon on Tuesday, sardines on Friday. That's it. This is not a diet overhaul. This is an addition strategy. You're not removing anything. You're layering 3 evidence-backed interventions on top of what you already eat. Now here's how to know if it's actually working. Tools like glycan age or epigenetic testing kits, there are several on the market, can give you a biological age baseline before you start. Run the test on day 1, run it again at 90 days. That's your data. That's when you'll see the shift. And if you want to track something free, right now, energy levels, sleep quality, and mental clarity at week 2 versus today, write them down. The subjective changes tend to arrive before the biological ones. Before I let you go, I need to tell you what's coming Thursday, because it directly contradicts something that 73% of Americans do every single night, thinking it's harmless. It's not. It may be the single fastest way to accelerate your biological age, and you're probably doing it right now. Try this 3-food stack for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks, then come back and drop your experience in the comments. Energy, sleep, how you feel. I'm genuinely building a community data set from this audience, and your input matters. If this video gave you something useful, hit subscribe. We publish every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All of it built on real research, no fluff, no products. I'm being paid to push. Just the science. I'll see you Thursday. Don't miss it.